1 Chronicles chapter 1. Adam Seth Enosh, Kenan Mahalalel Jared, Enoch Methuselah Lamech, Noah Shem Ham and Japheth, the sons of Japheth Gomer and Magog and Madai and Jovan and Tubal and Meshech and Tiras, the sons of Gomer Ashkenaz and Riphath and Togarmah, the sons of Jovan Elisha and Tarshish Kittim and Dodanim, the sons of Ham Cush and Mizraim Put and Canaan, the sons of Cush Seba and Hadalah and Sabta and Rama and Sateka, and the sons of Rama Sheba and Dedan. Cush begat Nimrod, he began to be mighty upon the land. Mizraim begat Ludim and Anamim and Lehabim and Naphtuhim, and Pathrusim and Casluhim, of whom came the Philistines and Caphtorim. Canaan begat Zidon his firstborn and Heth, the Jebusite also, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite, the sons of Shemelam and Asur and Arphaxad and Lud and Aram and Uz and Hul and Gether and Meshech. Arphaxad begat Shelah, and Shelah begat Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, because in his days the land was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan begat Olmadad and Shilip and Hazarmaveth and Jerem, Hadoram also and Uzal and Dikla, and Abel and Abimael and Sheba, and Ophir and Havilah and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Shem Arphaxad Shelah, Eber Peleg Ru, Serug Nahar Terah, Abram the same as Abraham. The sons of Abraham, Isaac and Ishmael. These are their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth and Kedar and Adbeel and Mibsam, Mishma and Duma, Massa, Hadad and Tema, Jeter, Nephish and Kedemah. These are the sons of Ishmael. Now the sons of Keturah, Abraham's concubine, she bare Zimran and Jokshan, and Medan and Midian and Ishbak and Shua, and the sons of Jokshan, Sheba and Dedan, the sons of Midian, Ephah and Epher and Henoch and Abida and Elda. All these are the sons of Keturah. Abraham begat Isaac, the sons of Isaac, Esau and Israel, the sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Reuel and Jush and Jalam and Korah, the sons of Eliphaz, Teman and Omar, Zephi and Gittim, Kenaz and Timnah and Malek, the sons of Reuel, Nahath, Zerah, Shammah and Mizah, the sons of Sarah, Lotan and Shobal and Zibon and Anna and Dishan and Ezer and Dishan, the sons of Lotan, Hori and Hamam, and Timnah was Lotan's sister, the sons of Shobal, Alian and Manahath and Abel, Shephi and Onam, and the sons of Zibaniah and Anna, the sons of Anna, Dishan, and the sons of Dishan, Amram and Eshban and Ithran and Sharon, the sons of Ezer, Bilhan and Zavan and Jachin, the sons of Dishan, Uz and Aaron. Now these are the king rulers that reigned in the land of Edom, before any king ruler reigned over the children of Israel. Bela the son of Beer, and the name of his city was Dinhaba. Bela died, and Jobab the son of Zerah of Basra reigned in his stead. Jobab died, and Husham of the land of the Temanites reigned in his stead. Husham died, and Hadad the son of Bedad, which struck Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead, and the name of his city was Avith. Hadad died, and Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his stead. Samlah died, and Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. Shaul died, and Balhanan the son of Achbor reigned in his stead. Balhanan died, and Hadad reigned in his stead, and the name of his city was Pai, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezhab. Hadad died, and the dukes of Edom were Duke Timnah, Duke Aliah, Duke Jethath, Duke Oholibamah, Duke Elah, Duke Penan, Duke Kenaz, Duke Teman, Duke Mibzar, Duke Magdiel, Duke Aram. These are the dukes of Edom. One Chronicles chapter 2. These are the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, and Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. The sons of Judah: and Onan and Sheloh, which three were born to him of the daughter of Shua the Canaanitess. And the firstborn of Judah was evil in the sight of he exists, and he killed him. Tamar his daughter-in-law bare him Pharez, and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were 5. The sons of Pharez: Hezron and Hamel. The sons of Zerah: Zimri and Ethan and Heman and Calcol, and Dara, 5 of them in all. The sons of Carmi: Achar the troubler of Israel, who transgressed in the thing devoted. The sons of Ethan: Azariah. The sons also of Hezron that were born to him: Jeromiel and Ram and Chelubai. Ram begat Amminadab, and Amminadab begat Nahshon, prince of the children of Judah. Nahshon begat Salma, and Salma begat Boaz. Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse. Jesse begat his firstborn Eliab, and Abinadab the second, and Shimea the third. Nethaneel the fourth, Radad the fifth, Ozem the sixth, David the seventh. whose sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail, and the sons of Zeruiah Abishai and Joab and Asahel 3. Abigail bare Amasa, and the father of Amasa was Jether the Ishmaelite. Caleb the son of Hezron begat children of Ezubah his wife, and of Jerioth her sons are these Jesher and Shobab and Arden. When Ezubah was dead, Caleb took to him Ephrath, which bare him Hur. Hur begat Uri, and Uri begat Bezaleel. Afterward Hezron went into the daughter of Machir the father of Gilead, whom he married when he was 80 years old, and she bare him Segub. Segub begat Jer, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. He took Jesher and Aram with the towns of Jer from them, with Kenath and the towns thereof, even 80 cities. All these belonged to the sons of Machir the father of Gilead. After that Hezron was dead in Caleb-Ephrata, then Abiah Hezron's wife bare him Asher the father of Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel the firstborn of Hezron were Ram the firstborn, and Bunah, and Oren, and Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had also another wife, whose name was Atara. She was the mother of Onan. The sons of Ram the firstborn of Jerahmeel were Maz, and Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onan were Shammai and Jada, and the sons of Shammai Nadab and Abishur. The name of the wife of Abishur was Abihail, and she bare him Aban and Malid. The sons of Nadab Seld and Apaim, but Seld died without children. The sons of Apaim Ishi, and the sons of Ishi Sheshan, and the children of Sheshan Ali. The sons of Jada the brother of Shammai Jether and Jonathan, and Jether died without children. The sons of Jonathan Pelath and Zaza. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Sheshan had no sons but daughters, and Sheshan had a servant worker, an Egyptian, whose name was Jarha. Sheshan gave his daughter to Jarha his servant worker to wife, and she bare him Attai. Attai begat Nathan, and Nathan begat Zabad. Zabad begat Ephlul, and Ephlul begat Obed. Obed begat Jehu, and Jehu begat Azariah. Azariah begat Helez, and Helez begat Elisa. Elisa begat Sisamai, and Sisamai begat Shalom. Shalom begat Jechamiah, and Jechamiah begat Elishama. Now the sons of Caleb the brother of Jerahmeel were Mesha his firstborn, which was the father of Ziph, and the sons of Mersha the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron, Korah and Tapua, and Rechem and Shema. Shema begat Raham the father of Jorcom, and Rechem begat Shammai. The son of Shammai was Maln, and Maln was the father of Bethsur. Eva Caleb's concubine bare Haran and Moza and Gazes, and Haran begat Gazes. The sons of Jadai were Jem and Jotham and Jeshan, and Pelet and Eva and Shaph. Macha Caleb's concubine bare Shever and Turhana. She bare also Shaph the father of Madmana, Sheba the father of Machbena, and the father of Jivia, and the daughter of Caleb was Achsah. These were the sons of Caleb, the son of Hur the firstborn of Ephraim, Shobal the father of Kirjathjearim, Salma the father of Bethlehem, Hereth the father of Betheder. Jobal the father of Kirjathjearim had sons Harrow and half of the Manahethites. The families of Kirjathjearim, the Ithrites and the Puhites and the Shemathites and the Misrates, of them came the Zerahites and the Eshelites. The sons of Salma Bethlehem and the Netophathites, Ataroth the house of Joab, and half of the Manahethites, the Zorites. The families of the scribes, which dwelt at Jabez, the Turathites, the Shimathites, and Suchathites. These are the Kenites that came of Hemath, the father of the house of Rechab. 1 Chronicles chapter 3. Now these were the sons of David, which were born to him in Hebron: the firstborn Amnon of Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, the second Daniel of Abigail the Carmelitess, the third Absalom the son of Macha the daughter of Talmai king ruler of Jeshur, the fourth Adonijah the son of Haggith, the fifth Shephatiah of Abital, the sixth Ithream by Eglah his wife. These 6 were born to him in Hebron, and there he reigned 7 years and 6 months, and in Jerusalem he reigned 30 years. These were born to him in Jerusalem: Shimea and Shobab and Nathan, and Solomon 4 of Bathshua the daughter of Amil, Ibhar also, and Elishama and Eliphalet, and Naga and Nepheg and Japhia, and Elishama and Eliada and Eliphalet 9. These were all the sons of David, beside the sons of the concubines, and Tamar their sister. Solomon's son was Rehoboam, Abiah his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son, Joram his son, Haziah his son, Josh his son, Amaziah his son, Azariah his son, Jotham his son, Ahaz his son, Hezekiah his son, Manasseh his son, Ammon his son, Josiah his son. The sons of Josiah were the firstborn Johanan, the second Jehoiakim, the third Zedekiah, the fourth Shallum. The sons of Jehoiakim: Jeconiah his son, Zedekiah his son. The sons of Jeconiah: Asir, Salathiel his son, Malcharam also and Pedaiah and Shenazar Jechimiah, Shammah and Medabiah. The sons of Pedaiah were Zerubbabel and Shimei, and the sons of Zerubbabel Meshullam, and Hananiah, and Shelemith their sister, and Hashubah and Ohel and Berechiah and Hasadiah Jushab. 5. The sons of Hananiah Pelatiah, and Jesiah. The sons of Rephaiah, the sons of Arnan, the sons of Obadiah, the sons of Shechaniah. The sons of Shechaniah Shemiah, and the sons of Shemiah Hadash, and Igel, and Bariah, and Neriah, and Shaphat. 6. The sons of Neriah Elionai, and Hezekiah, and Azrikam. 3. The sons of Elionai were Hadiah, and Eliashib, and Peliah, and Akab, and Johanan, and Aliah, and 97. 1 Chronicles chapter 4. The sons of Judah, Pharez, Hezron, and Carmi, and Hur, and Shobal. Reiah the son of Shobal begat Jahath, and Jahath begat Ahimai, and Lahad. These are the families of the Zorathites. These were of the father of Etam, Jezreel, and Ishma, and Idbash, and the name of their sister was Hazeloponi. Penuel the father of Jedor, and Ezer the father of Husha. These are the sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrath, the father of Bethlehem. Asher the father of Tekoa had 2 wives, Hela and Nara. Nara bare him Ahuzam, and Hefer, and Temeni, and Hashtari. These were the sons of Nara. The sons of Hela were Zereth, and Jezor, and Ethnan. Koz begat Anab, and Zobah, and the families of Aharhol the son of Haram. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, Because I bear him with sorrow. Jabez called on the supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel, saying, Oh, that you would bless me indeed, and enlarge my border, and that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that it may not grieve me. And the supreme authority, mighty creator, granted him that which he requested. Chelob the brother of Shua begat Mehir, which was the father of Eshan. Eshan begat Bethrathah, and Pesa, and Tehanah the father of Ernahash. These are the men of Richah. The sons of Kenaz, Othniel, and Sariah, and the sons of Othniel Hathath. Meonotai begat Ophrah, and Sariah begat Joab, the father of the valley of Chereshan, because they were craftsmen. The sons of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, Ulah, and Nam, and the sons of Elah, even Kenaz. The sons of Jehaleel, Ziph, and Ziphateriah, and Asariel. The sons of Ezra, Jether, and Merd, and Epher, and Jelon, and she bare Miriam, and Shammai, and Ishba, the father of Ishmael. His wife Jehud bare Jir, the father of Jedor, and Heber, the father of Sacho, and Jekathiel, the father of Zano. And these are the sons of Vithiah, the daughter of Pharaoh, which Merd took. The sons of the wife of Hodiah, the sister of Naham, the father of Kala the Garmite, and Eshemo the Machthite. The sons of Shimon, Amnon, and Rinab, and Hanan, and Tilon, and the sons of Ishi, Zoeth, and Benzorth. The sons of Shelah, the son of Judah, the father of Lekha, and Lada, the father of Mirshah, and the families of the house of them that wrought fine linen of the house of Ashbia, and Joachim, and the men of Trozba, and Josh, and Sarah, who had the dominion in Moab, and Jashubialam. And these are ancient things. These were the potters, and those that dwelt among plants and hedges. There they dwelt with the king ruler for his work. The sons of Simon, Nemuel, and Jam, and Jarib, Zerah, and Shaul. Shalom his son, Mibsam his son, Mishma his son. The sons of Mishma, Hamuel his son, Sacher his son, Shimei his son. Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters. But his brothers had not many children, neither did all their family multiply like to the children of Judah. They dwelt at Beersheba, and Maladah, and Hazar-Shuar, and at Bilhah, and at Ezem, and at Talad, and at Bethuel, and at Hormah, and at Ziklag, and at Beth-Markaboth, and Hazar-Susam, and at Beth-Biri, and at Sharing. These were their cities to the reign of David. Their villages were Etam, and Ain-Rimmon, and Tachan, and Ashan, 5 cities. And all their villages that were round about the same cities to all these were their habitations and their genealogy. Meshabab, and Janlech, and Joshua the son of Amaziah, Joel, and Jehu the son of Jozabiah, the son of Sariah, the son of Asiel, and Elionai, and Jochebah, and Jeshoiah, and Asaiah, and Adiel, and Jesamiel, and Benaiah. Ziza the son of Shipha, the son of Alan, the son of Jediah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shemaiah. These mentioned by their names were princes in their families, and the house of their fathers increased greatly. They went to the entering in of Jedor, even to the east side of the valley, to seek pasture for their flocks. They found fat pasture and good, and the land was wide and quiet and peaceable, because they of Ham had dwelt there of old. These written by name came in the days of Hezekiah king, ruler of Judah, and struck their tents and the habitations that were found there, and destroyed them utterly to this day, and dwelt in their rooms. because there was pasture there for their flocks. Some of them even of the sons of Simon 500 men went to Mount Seir, having for their captains Pelasha and Neriah, and Rephaiah and Uzziel the sons of Ishi. They struck the rest of the Amalekites that were escaped and dwelt there to this day. 1 Chronicles chapter 5. Now the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, because he was the firstborn. But forasmuch as he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given to the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. And the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright, because Judah prevailed above his brothers, and of him came the chief ruler. But the birthright was Joseph's. The sons, I say, of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, were Hanok and Palu-Hezron and Carmi. The sons of Joel, Shemaiah his son, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Reah his son, Baal his son, Bera his son, whom Tilgath-Pilneser, king ruler of Assyria, carried away captive. He was prince of the Reubenites, his brothers by their families. When the genealogy of their generations was reckoned, were the chief Jael and Zechariah. Bela the son of Aziz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel, who dwelt in Aror, even to Nebo and Balman, eastward, even habited to the entering in of the wilderness from the river Euphrates, because their cattle were multiplied in the land of Gilead. In the days of Saul they made war with the Hagarites, who fell by their hand, and they dwelt in their tents throughout all the east land of Gilead. The children of Gad dwelt over against them in the land of Bashan to Salcah. Joel the chief, and Shapham the next, and Jonai and Shaphat in Bashan. Their brothers of the house of their fathers were Michael and Meshullam and Sheba and Jorai and Jachin and Ziah and Heber 7. These are the children of Abihail the son of Huri, the son of Jaro, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshishai, the son of Jado, the son of Buz, Ahai the son of Abdiel, the son of Guni, chief of the house of their fathers. They dwelt in Gilead, in Bashan, and in her towns, and in all the suburbs of Sharon upon their borders. All these were reckoned by genealogies in the days of Jotham king ruler of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam king ruler of Israel. The sons of Reuben and the Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh, valiant men able to bear buckler and sword, and to shoot with bow, and skillful in war, were 440,760 that went out to the war. They made war with the Hagarites, with Jether and Nephish and Nadab. They were helped against them, and the Hagarites were delivered into their hand, and all that were with them. Because they cried to the supreme authority, mighty creator, in the battle, and he was entreated of them. Because they put their trust in him, they took away their cattle of their camels 50,000, and of sheep 250,000, and of asses 2,000, and of men 100,000. For there fell down many slain, because the war was of the supreme authority, mighty creator, and they dwelt in their steads until the captivity. The children of the half-tribe of Manasseh dwelt in the land. They increased from Bashan to Balderman and Senir and to Mount Hermon. These were the heads of the house of their fathers, even Epher and Ishi and Elil, and Azriel, and Jeremiah, and Hodabiah, and Jadiel, mighty men of valor, famous men, and heads of the house of their fathers. They transgressed against the supreme authority, mighty creator of their fathers, and went a-whoring after the supreme authorities of the people, nations of the land, whom the supreme authority, mighty creator, destroyed before them. The supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel, stirred up the spirit of Pul, king ruler of Assyria, and the spirit of Tilgath-Pilneser, king ruler of Assyria, and he carried them away, even the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half-tribe of Manasseh, and brought them to Halah and Habor and Hara, and to the river Gozan to this day. 1 Chronicles chapter 6. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Azar, and Hebron, and Uzziel. The children of Amram, Aaron, and Moses, and Miriam, and the sons of Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar begat Phinehas, Phinehas begat Abishua. Abishua begat Buki, and Buki begat Uzi. Uzi begat Zerahiah, and Zerahiah begat Marioth. Marioth begat Amariah, and Amariah begat Ahitub. Ahitub begat Zadok, and Zadok begat Ahimaaz. Ahimaaz begat Azariah, and Azariah begat Johanan. Johanan begat Azariah. He it is that executed the serving leader's office in the set-apart house that Solomon built in Jerusalem. Azariah begat Amariah, and Amariah begat Ahitub. Ahitub begat Zadok, and Zadok begat Shallum. Shallum begat Hilkiah, and Hilkiah begat Azariah. Azariah begat Sariah, and Sariah begat Jehozadak. Jehozadak went into captivity when he exists, carried away Judah and Jerusalem by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. The sons of Levi, Gershom, Kohath, and Merari. These be the names of the sons of Gershom, Libni, and Shimei. The sons of Kohath were Amram, and Izhar, and Hebron, and Uzziel. The sons of Merari, Mali, and Mushi. And these are the families of the Levites according to their fathers. Of Gershom, Libni his son, Jahath his son, Zimmah his son, Jo his son, Ido his son, Zerah his son, Jedari his son. The sons of Kohath, Amminadab his son, Korah his son, Asir his son, Elkanah his son, Ebiasaph his son, Asir his son, Tahath his son, Uriel his son, Uzziah his son, Shaul his son. The sons of Elkanah, Amasai and Ahimoth. As for Elkanah, the sons of Elkanah, Zophai his son, Nahath his son, Eliab his son, Jeroham his son, Elkanah his son. The sons of Samuel the firstborn, Vashni and Ambiah. The sons of Merari, Mali, Libni his son, Shimei his son, Uzzah his son, Chimeah his son, Haggiah his son, Asaiah his son. These are the whom David set over the service of song in the house of he exists. After that the ark had rest, they ministered before the dwelling place of the tent of meeting with songs until Solomon had built the house of he exists in Jerusalem. And then they waited on their office according to their order. These are they that waited with their children of the sons of the Kohathites, Heman a singer, the son of Joel, the son of Shemuel, the son of Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Eliel, the son of Toh, the son of Zuph, the son of Elkanah, the son of Mahath, the son of Amasai, the son of Elkanah, the son of Joel, the son of Azariah, the son of Zephaniah, the son of Tahath, the son of Asir, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, his brother Asaph, who stood on his right hand, even Asaph, the son of Berechiah, the son of Shimei, the son of Michael, the son of Basael, the son of Malchiah, the son of Ethni, the son of Azarah, the son of Adiah, the son of Ethan, the son of Zimmah, the son of Shimei, the son of Jahath, the son of Gershom, the son of Levi. Their brothers, the sons of Merari, stood on the left hand, Ethan, the son of Kishi, the son of Abdi, the son of Malach, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Amaziah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Amzi, the son of Bani, the son of Shemer, the son of Mali, the son of Mushi, the son of Merari, the son of Levi. Their brothers also the Levites were appointed to all manner of service of the dwelling place of the house of the supreme authority, mighty Creator. But Aaron and his sons offered upon the altar of the burnt offering and on the altar of incense, and were appointed for all the work of the most set apart place, and to make covering for Israel according to all that Moses the servant worker of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, had commanded. These are the sons of Aaron: Eleazar his son, Phinehas his son, Abishua his son, Buki his son, Uzi his son, Zerahiah his son, Meraoth his son, Amariah his son, Ahitub his son, Zadok his son, Ahimaaz his son. Now these are their dwelling places throughout their castles and their coasts of the sons of Aaron of the families of the Kohathites, because theirs was the lot. They gave them Hebron in the land of Judah, and the suburbs thereof round about it. But the fields of the city and the villages thereof they gave to Caleb the son of Jephunneh. To the sons of Aaron they gave the cities of Judah, namely Hebron the city of refuge, and Libnah with her suburbs, and Jatir and Eshemoah with their suburbs, and Hilan with her suburbs, Debir with her suburbs, and Ashan with her suburbs, and Bethshemesh with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of Benjamin Jebah with her suburbs, and Alemeth with her suburbs, and Anathoth with her suburbs. All their cities throughout their families were 13 cities. To the rest of the sons of Kohath were given by lot out of the family of that tribe, out of the half tribe, even the half of Manasseh, 10 cities. To the sons of Gershom throughout their families, out of the tribe of Issachar, and out of the tribe of Asher, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, and out of the tribe of Manasseh and Bashan, 13 cities. To the sons of Merari were given by lot throughout their families, out of the tribe of Reuben, and out of the tribe of Gad, and out of the tribe of Zebulun, 12 cities. The children of Israel gave to the Levites these cities with their suburbs. They gave by lot out of the tribe of the children of Judah, and out of the tribe of the children of Simon, and out of the tribe of the children of Benjamin, these cities, which are called by their names. The residue of the families of the sons of Kohath had cities of their coasts out of the tribe of Ephraim. They gave to them of the cities of refuge Shechem and Mount Ephraim with her suburbs. They gave also Jezer with her suburbs, and Jokmeam with her suburbs, and Bethhoron with her suburbs, and Ajalon with her suburbs, and Gathrimmon with her suburbs. And out of the half tribe of Manasseh, Aner with her suburbs, and Bileam with her suburbs. For the family of the remnant of the sons of Kohath, to the sons of Gershom, were given out of the family of the half-tribe of Manasseh Golan and Bashan with her suburbs, and Asheroth with her suburbs. And out of the tribe of Issachar Kedesh with her suburbs, Daberath with her suburbs, and Ramoth with her suburbs, and Anem with her suburbs. And out of the tribe of Asher Mashal with her suburbs, and Abdon with her suburbs, and Hucock with her suburbs, and Rehob with her suburbs. And out of the tribe of Naphtali Kedesh and Galilee with her suburbs, and Hammon with her suburbs, and Kirjataim with her suburbs. To the rest of the children of Merari were given out of the tribe of Zebulun Rimmon with her suburbs, Tabor with her suburbs. And on the other side Jordan by Jericho on the east side of Jordan were given them out of the tribe of Reuben Bezer in the wilderness with her suburbs, and Jahzah with her suburbs, Kedemoth also with her suburbs, and Mephoth with her suburbs. And out of the tribe of Gad Ramoth and Gilead with her suburbs, and Mahanaim with her suburbs, and Heshbon with her suburbs, and Jazer with her suburbs. 1 Chronicles chapter 7. Now the sons of Issachar were Tola and Puah, Jashub and Shimron 4. The sons of Tola, Uzi, and Rephaiah, and Jeriel, and Jamai, and Jibsam, and Shemuel, heads of their father's house. To wit, of Tola they were valiant men of might in their generations, whose number was in the days of David 22,600. The sons of Uzi, Izrahiah, and the sons of Izrahiah, Michael, and Obadiah, and Joel-Sheah, 5, all of them chief men. With them, by their generations after the house of their fathers, were bands of soldiers for war, 630,000 men, because they had many wives and sons. Their brothers among all the families of Issachar were valiant men of might, reckoned in all, by their genealogies, 7,000. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, and Becher, and Jediel, 3. The sons of Bela, Isban, and Uzziah, and Uzziel, and Jeremoth, and Eri, 5 heads of the house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, and were reckoned by their genealogies, 20,234. The sons of Becher, Zemira, and Josh, and Eliezer, and Elionai, and Omri, and Jeremoth, and Abiah, and Anathoth, and Elameth. All these are the sons of Becher. The number of them after their genealogy by their generations, heads of the house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, was 20,200. The sons also of Jediel, Bilhan, and the sons of Bilhan, Jush, and Benjamin, and Ahad, and Chenana, and Zethan, and Pharshish, and Ashahar. All these the sons of Jediel, by the heads of their fathers, mighty men of valor, were 17,200 soldiers fit to go out for war and battle. Shuppim also, and Huppim, the children of and Hushim, the sons of Aher. The sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Guni, and Jezer, and Shalom, the sons of Bilhah. The sons of Manasseh, Ashriel, whom she bare. But his concubine the Aramitess bare Machir, the father of Gilead. Machir took to wife the sister of Huppim, and Shuppim, whose sister's name was Macha, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters. Macha the wife of Machir bare a son, and she called his name Perish, and the name of his brother was Sherish, and his sons were Ulam and Recham. The sons of Ulam the Dan, these were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh. His sister Hamulpeth bare Ishad, and Abiezer, and Mahal. The sons of Shemida were Ahian, and Shechem, and Likeh, and Aniam. The sons of Ephraim, Shuthalah, and Berd his son, and Tahath his son, and Eladah his son, and Tahath his son, and Zabad his son, and Shuthalah his son, and Ezer, and Elid, whom the men of Gath that were born in that land slew, because they came down to take away their cattle. Ephraim their father mourned many days, and his brothers came to comfort him. When he went into his wife, she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Beriah, because it went evil with his house. His daughter was Sherah, who built Bethel on the nether, and the upper, and Uzzenshur. Rephah was his son also, Resheph, and Telah his son, and Tahan his son, Ladan his son, Ammihud his son, Elishama his son, Non his son, Jehoshua his son. Their possessions and habitations were Bethel and the towns thereof, and eastward Noran, and westward Jezer with the towns thereof, Shechem also, and the towns thereof, to Gaza and the towns thereof, by the borders of the children of Manasseh, Bethshean and her towns, Tanak, and her towns, Megiddo, and her towns, Dor, and her towns. In these dwelt the children of Joseph the son of Israel, the sons of Asher, and Nah, and Isua, and Ishuai, and Beriah, and Sarah their sister. The sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malchiel, who is the father of Berzaneth. Heber begat Japhlet, and Shomer, and Hotham, and Shua their sister. The sons of Japhlet, Pasech, and Bimal, and Ashvath. These are the children of Japhlet. The sons of Shomer, Ahai, and Rogad, Jehovah, and Aram. The sons of his brother Helam, Zophah, and Nah, and Shelish, and Mal. The sons of Zophah, and Harnefer, and Shual, and Beri, and Imrah, Bezer, and Had, and Shammah, and Shilsha, and Ithran, and Bera. The sons of Jether, Jephane, and Pispa, and Ara. The sons of Allah, Ara, and Haniel, and Rizillah. All these were the children of Asher, heads of their father's house, choice and mighty men of valor, chief of the princes. And the number throughout the genealogy of them that were apt to the war and to battle was 26,000 men. 1 Chronicles chapter 8. Now Benjamin begat Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, and Ahara the third, Noah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. The sons of Bela were Ador, and Jira, and Abihud, and Abishua, and Naaman, and Aho, and Jira, and Shaphapan, and Huram. These are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Jeba. And they removed them to Manahath. And Naaman, and Ahira, and Jira he removed them, and begat Uz, and Ahud. Shaharaim begat children in the country of Moab after he had sent them away, Hushim and Bara his wives. He begat of Hodesh his wife Jobab, and Zibiah, and Mesha, and Malcham, and Juz, and Shesha, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of the fathers. Of Hushim he begat Abitub, and Elpol. The sons of Elpol, Eber, and Misham, and Shem, who built Ono, and Lod with the towns thereof. Beriah also, and Shema, who were heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who drove away the inhabitants of Gath. Ahio, Shashak, and Jeremoth, and Sibadiah, and Arad, and Adur, and Michael, and Ispa, and Joha, the sons of Beriah, and Zebadiah, and Meshullam, and Hezekiah, and Heber, Ishmerai also, and Jizleah, and Jobab, the sons of Elpol, and Jachim, and Zikri, and Zabdi, and Elionai, and Zilthai, and Eliel, and Adiah, and Beriah, and Shimrath, the sons of Shimhai, and Ishban, and Heber, and Eliel, and Abdon, and Zikri, and Hanan, and Hananiah, and Lam, and Antithijah, and Iphidiah, and Penuel, the sons of Shashak, and Shamsharai, and Shahariah, and Athaliah, and Jersaiah, and Eliah, and Zikri, the sons of Jeroham. These were heads of the fathers by their generations, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem. At Jibon dwelt the father of Jibon, whose wife's name was Macha. His firstborn son Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab, and Jedor, and Ahio, and Zashur. Mikloth begat Shima, and these also dwelt with their brothers in Jerusalem over against them. Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Ishbal. The son of Jonathan was Meribal, and Meribal begat Micah. The sons of Micah Pithon, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz. Ahaz begat Jehuda, and Jehuda begat Elimeth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri begat Moza. Moza begat Binyah. Rapha was his son, Elisa his son, Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azarkam, Bacharu, and Ishmael, and Shariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. The sons of Eshek his brother were Ulam his firstborn, Jehash the second, and Eliphalet the third. The sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons 150. All these are of the sons of Benjamin. 1 Chronicles chapter 9. So all Israel were reckoned by genealogies. And look, they were written in the book of the king rulers of Israel and Judah, who were carried away to Babylon for their wrong step. Now the first inhabitants that dwelt in their possessions in their cities were the Israelites, the serving leaders, Levites, and the set-apart house servants. In Jerusalem dwelt of the children of Judah, and of the children of Benjamin, and of the children of Ephraim and Manasseh, Utai the son of Amachah, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, of the children of Pharez, the son of Judah. Of the Shilonites, Asaiah the firstborn, and his sons. Of the sons of Zerah, Juel, and their brothers 690. Of the sons of Benjamin, Salom, the son of Meshullam, the son of Hodaviah, the son of Hasenua, Ibneiah, the son of Jeroham, and Elal, the son of Uzi, the son of Mikri, and Meshullam, the son of Shephathiah, the son of Ruel, the son of Ibnijah. Their brothers according to their generations 956. All these men were chief of the fathers in the house of their fathers. Of the serving leaders, Jediah, and Jehoiarib, and Jachin, and Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Merioth, the son of Ahitub, the ruler of the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator. Adiah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Pashur, the son of Melchijah, and Masai, the son of Adiel, the son of Jazra, the son of Meshullam, the son of Meshulameth, the son of Immer. Their brothers, heads of the house of their fathers 1,700. and 60 very able men for the work of the service of the house of the supreme authority mighty Creator. Of the Levites, Shemaiah the son of Hasshub the son of Azrikam the son of Hashabiah of the sons of Merari, Bakkar, Harish, and Gal, and Mattaniah the son of Micah the son of Zikri the son of Asaph, Obadiah the son of Shemaiah the son of Gal the son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah the son of Asa the son of Elkanah that dwelt in the villages of the Netophathites. The porters were Shallum and Akub and Talmon and Ahiman, and their brothers. Shallum was the chief, who until then waited in the king ruler's gate eastward. They were porters in the companies of the children of Levi. Shallum the son of Kor the son of Ebiasaph the son of Korah, and his brothers of the house of his father the Korhites were over the work of the service keepers of the gates of the tent, and their fathers being over the host of Heathexist were keepers of the entry. Phinehas the son of Eleazar was the ruler over them in time past, and he exists was with him. Zechariah the son of Meshelemiah was porter of the door of the tent of meeting. All these which were chosen to be porters in the gates were 212. These were reckoned by their genealogy in their villages, whom David and Samuel the seer did ordain in their set office. So they and their children had the oversight of the gates of the house of Heathexist, namely the house of the tent, by wards. In 4 quarters were the porters toward the east, west, north, and south. Their brothers which were in their villages were to come after 7 days from time to time with them. Because these Levites, the 4 chief porters, were in their set office and were over the chambers and treasuries of the house of the supreme authority mighty Creator. They lodged round about the house of the supreme authority mighty Creator, because the charge was upon them, and the opening thereof every morning pertained to them. Certain of them had the charge of the ministering vessels, that they should bring them in and out by tale. Some of them also were appointed to oversee the vessels and all the instruments of the set-apart place, and the fine flour, and the wine, and the oil, and the frankincense, and the spices. Some of the sons of the serving leaders made the ointment of the spices. Mattithiah, one of the Levites, which was the firstborn of Shallum the Korahite, had the set office over the things that were made in the pans. Other of their brothers of the sons of the Kohathites were over the showbread to prepare it every Sabbath. These are the singers, chief of the fathers of the Levites, who remaining in the chambers were free, because they were employed in that work day and night. These chief fathers of the Levites were chief throughout their generations. These dwelt at Jerusalem. In Jibon dwelt the father of Jibon, Jehiel, whose wife's name was Maachah. His firstborn son Abdon, then Zur and Kish and Baal and Ner and Nadab, and Jedor and Ahio and Zechariah and Mikloth. Mikloth begat Shimon, and they also dwelt with their brothers at Jerusalem over against their brothers. Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbal. The son of Jonathan was Meribal, and Meribal begat Micah. The sons of Micah Pithon, and Melech, and Tariah, and Ahaz. Ahaz begat Jarah, and Jarah begat Elimath, and Asmaveth, and Zimri begat Moza. Moza begat Binia, and Rephiah his son, Elisa his son, Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Ezracham, Bacheru, and Ishmael, and Shariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. 1 Chronicles chapter 10. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines, and fell down slain in Mount Gilboa. The Philistines followed hard after Saul, and after his sons, and the Philistines struck Jonathan, and Abinadab, and Malchishua, the sons of Saul. The battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was wounded of the archers. Then said Saul to his armor-bearer, Draw your sword, and thrust me through with it, lest these uncircumcised come and abuse me. But his armor-bearer would not, because he was very afraid. So Saul took a sword and fell upon it. When his armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise on the sword and died. So Saul died, and his 3 sons and all his house died together. When all the men of Israel that were in the valley saw that they fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, then they forsook their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and dwelt in them. It happened on the next day, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, that they found Saul and his sons fallen in Mount Gilboa. When they had stripped him, they took his head and his armor, and sent into the land of the Philistines round about to carry tidings to their idols. And to the people group, they put his armor in the house of their supreme authorities, and fastened his head in the set-apart house of Dagon. When all Jabeshtalid heard all that the Philistines had done to Saul, They rose all the valiant men and took away the body of Saul, and the bodies of his sons, and brought them to Jabesh, and buried their bones under the oak in Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his wrong step, which he committed against he exists, even against the word of he exists, which he kept not, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar life breath, to inquire of it, and inquired not if he exists. Therefore he killed him, and turned the kingdom rule to David the son of Jesse. 1 Chronicles chapter 11. Then all Israel gathered themselves to David to Hebron, saying, Look, we are your bone and your flesh. Also before time even, when Saul was king ruler, you were he that led out and brought in Israel, and he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, said to you, You will feed my people group Israel, and you will be ruler over my people group Israel. Therefore came all the elders of Israel to the king ruler to Hebron, and David made a binding agreement with them in Hebron before he exists, and they anointed David king ruler over Israel according to the word of he exists by Samuel. David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, which is Jebus, where the Jebusites were the inhabitants of the land. The inhabitants of Jebus said to David, You will not come here. Nevertheless David took the stronghold of Zion, the same is the city of David. David said, Whoever strikes the Jebusites first will be chief and captain. So Joab the son of Zeruiah went first up and was chief. David dwelt in the stronghold, therefore they called it the city of David. He built the city round about, even from Millo round about, and Joab repaired the rest of the city. So David waxed greater and greater, because he exists of armies was with him. These also are the chief of the mighty men whom David had, who strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom rule, and with all Israel, to make him king ruler according to the word of he exists concerning Israel. This is the number of the mighty men whom David had: Jeshobam and Hachmonite the chief of the captains. He lifted up his spear against 300 killed by him at one time. After him was Eleazar the son of Dodo the Ahohite, who was one of the 3 mighty. He was with David at Pasdammon, and there the Philistines were gathered together to battle, where was a parcel of ground full of barley, and the people group fled from before the Philistines. They set themselves in the midst of that parcel, and delivered it, and struck the Philistines, and he exists saved them by a great deliverance. Now 3 of the 30 captains went down to the rock to David into the cave of Adullam, and the host of the Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. David was then in the hold, and the Philistines' garrison was then at Bethlehem. David longed and said, O that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, that is at the gate. The 3 broke through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem, that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. But David would not drink of it, but poured it out to he exists. He said, May it not happen at me that I should do this thing, will I drink the blood of these men that have put their lives in jeopardy? Because with the jeopardy of their lives they brought it, therefore he would not drink at these things to these 3 mighty. Abishai the brother of Joab, he was chief of the 3, because lifting up his spear against 300 he killed them, and had a name among the 3. Of the 3 he was more honorable than the 2, because he was their captain. However he attained not to the first 3. Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he struck 2 lion-like men of Moab. Also he went down and struck a lion in a pit in a snowy day. He struck an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits high, and in the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam, and he went down to him with a staff, and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and killed him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among the 3 mighty. Look, he was honorable among the 30, but attained not to the first 3, and David set him over his guard. Also the valiant men of the armies were Asahel the brother of Joab, Elhanan the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shamoth the Hararite, Helez the Pelonite, Ira the son of Ikesh the Tekoite, Abiezer the Antothite, Sibbecai the Hushaphite, Eli the Ahohite, Maharai the Netophathite, Held the son of Bana the Netophathite, Iddah the son of Ribai of Jibah, that pertained to the children of Benjamin, Benaiah the Pirathonite, Uriah of the brooks of Gosh, Abiel the Arbathite, Asmaveth the Baharumite, Eliabah the Shalbanite, the sons of Hashem the Gizonite, Jonathan the son of Shage the Hararite, Ahiam the son of Sakar the Hararite, Eliphel the son of Hefer the Mecherathite, Ahijah the Pelonite, Hezro the Carmelite, Nara the son of Ezbai, Joel the brother of Nathan, Mibhar the son of Hagari, Zelek the Ammonite, Naharai the Barothite, the armor-bearer of Joab the son of Zeruiah, Ira the Ithrite, Gareb the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, Zabad the son of Alai, Adnah the son of Shiza the Reubenite, a captain of the Reubenites, and 30 with him, Hanan the son of Macha, and Joshaphat the Mithnite, Uzziah the Asherathite, Shammah and Jehiel the sons of Huthan the Arorite, Jediel the son of Shimri, and Joah his brother the Tizite, Eliel the Mahavite, and Jerubai and Jeshaviah the sons of Elnam, and Ithma the Moabite, Eliel and Dogd and Jasiel the Mesabate. 1 Chronicles chapter 12. Now these are they that came to David to Ziklag, while he yet kept himself close because of Saul the son of Kish, and they were among the mighty men helpers of the war. They were armed with bows and could use both the right hand and the left, and hurling stones and shooting arrows out of a bow, even of Saul's brothers of Benjamin. The chief was Ahiezer, then Josh the sons of Shema the Gibbethite, and Jeziel and Pelet the sons of Asmaveth, and Parachah, and Jehu the Antothite, and Asmaiah the Gibeonite, a mighty man among the 30 and over the 30, and Jeremiah and Jahaziel and Johanan, and Josabad the Gederathite, Eluzai and Jeremoth, and Bealiah, and Shemariah, and Shephatiah the Horophite, Elkanah and Jeziah, and Azareel, and Jozer, and Jashobam the Korhites, Jola and Zebadiah the sons of Jeroham of Jedor. Of the Gadites there separated themselves to David into the whole to the wilderness men of might, and men of war fit for the battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as the roes upon the mountains. Ezra the first, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishmanah the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanan the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the 10th, Machbenai the 11th. These were of the sons of Gad, captains of the host. One of the least was over 100, and the greatest over 1,000. These are they that went over Jordan in the first month, when it had overflown all his banks, and they put to flight all them of the valleys, both toward the east and toward the west. There came of the children of Benjamin and Judah to the hold to David. David went out to meet them, and answered and said to them, If you become peaceably to me to help me, my inner thinking center will be knit to you. But if you become to betray me to my enemies, seeing there is no wrong in my hands, the supreme authority, mighty creator of our fathers, look thereon and rebuke it. Then the creative breath came upon Amasai, who was chief of the captains, and he said, Yours are we, David, and on your side, you son of Jesse. Peace, peace be to you, and peace be to your helpers, because your supreme authority, mighty creator, helps you. Then David received them and made them captains of the band. There fell some of Manasseh to David, when he came with the Philistines against Saul to battle, but they helped them not, because the lords of the Philistines upon advice sent him away, saying, He will fall to his master authority, Saul, to the jeopardy of our heads. As he went to Ziklag, there fell to him of Manasseh Adnah, and Jozabad, and Jediel, and Michael, and Jozabad, and Elihu, and Zilti, captains of the thousands that were of Manasseh. They helped David against the band of the rovers, because they were all mighty men of valor, and were captains in the host. Because at that time day by day there came to David to help him, until it was a great host, like the host of the supreme authority, mighty creator. These are the numbers of the bands that were ready armed to the war, and came to David to Hebron to turn the kingdom rule of Saul to him according to the word of he exists. The children of Judah that bore shield and spear were 6,800 ready armed to the war. Of the children of Simon, mighty men of valor for the war, 7,100. Of the children of Levi, 4,600. Jehoiada was the leader of the Aaronites, and with him were 3,700. Zadok, a young man mighty of valor, and of his father's house 22 captains. Of the children of Benjamin, the kindred of Saul, 3,000. Because hitherto the greatest part of them had kept the ward of the house of Saul. Of the children of Ephraim, 20,800 mighty men of valor, famous throughout the house of their fathers. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh, 18,000 which were expressed by name to come, and make David king ruler. Of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and all their brothers were at their commandment. Of Zebulun, such as went forth to battle expert and war with all instruments of war, 50,000, which could keep rank, they were not of double inner thinking center. Of Naphtali, 1,000 captains, and with them with shield and spear 30, and 7,000. Of the Danites expert in war, 20, and 8,600 of Asher, such as went forth to battle expert in war 40,000. On the other side of Jordan of the Reubenites and the Gadites and of the half-tribe of Manasseh with all manner of instruments of war for the battle 120,000. All these men of war that could keep rank came with a complete inner thinking center to Hebron to make David king ruler over all Israel, and all the rest also of Israel were of one inner thinking center to make David king ruler. There they were with David 3 days eating and drinking, because their brothers had prepared for them. Moreover, they that were near them, even to Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali, brought bread on asses and on camels and on mules and on oxen, and meal cakes of figs and bunches of raisins and wine and oil and oxen and sheep abundantly, because there was joy in Israel. Chronicles chapter 13. David consulted with the captains of thousands and hundreds and with every ruler. David said to all the assembly of Israel, if it seems good to you, and that it be if he exists our supreme authority, mighty creator, let us send abroad to our brothers everywhere that are left in all the land of Israel, and with them also to the serving leaders and Levites, which are in their cities and suburbs, that they may gather themselves to us. Let us bring again the ark of our supreme authority, mighty creator, to us, because we inquired not at it in the days of Saul. All the assembly said that they would do so, because the thing was right in the eyes of all the people group. So David gathered all Israel together from Sheher of Egypt, even to the entering of Hamath, to bring the ark of the supreme authority, mighty creator, from Kirjath-jearim. David went up and all Israel to Bala, that is to Kirjath-jearim, which belonged to Judah, to bring up from there the ark of the supreme authority, mighty creator. He exists that dwells between the cherubims, whose name is called on it. They carried the ark of the supreme authority, mighty creator, in a new cart out of the house of Abinadab, and Uzzah and Ahio drove the cart. David and all Israel played before the supreme authority, mighty creator, with all their might, and with singing, and with harps, and with psalteries, and with timbrels, and with cymbals, and with trumpets. When they came to the threshing floor of Chidon, Uzzah put forth his hand to hold the ark, because the oxen stumbled. The anger of He exists was kindled against Uzzah, and he struck him because he put his hand to the ark. And there he died before the supreme authority, mighty creator. David was displeased because He exists had made a breach upon Uzzah. Therefore that place is called Perez-Uzzah to this day. David was afraid of the supreme authority, mighty creator, the day saying, how will I bring the ark of the supreme authority, mighty creator, home to me? So David brought not the ark home to himself, to the city of David, but carried it aside into the house of Obed-edom the Gittite. The ark of the supreme authority, mighty creator, remained with the family of Obed-edom in his house 3 months, and he exists blessed the house of Obed-edom and all that he had. Chronicles chapter 14. Now Hiram king ruler of Tyre sent messengers to David in timber of cedars with masons and carpenters to build him a house. David perceived that He exists had confirmed him king ruler over Israel, because his kingdom rule was lifted up on high, because of his people group Israel. David took more wives at Jerusalem, and David begat more sons and daughters. These are the names of his children which he had in Jerusalem: Shammua and Shobab, Nathan and Solomon, and Ibhar and Elishua and Elpalet, and Naga and Nepheg and Japhia, and Elishama and Beeliada and Eliphalet. When the Philistines heard that David was anointed king ruler over all Israel, all the Philistines went up to seek David. And David heard of it, and went out against them. The Philistines came and spread themselves in the valley of Rephaim. David inquired of the supreme authority, mighty creator, saying, will I go up against the Philistines, and will you deliver them into my hand? And He exists said to him, go up, because I will deliver them into your hand. So they came up to Baal-perazim, and David struck them there. Then David said, the supreme authority, mighty creator, has broken in upon my enemies by my hand, like the breaking forth of waters. Therefore they called the name of that place Baal-perazim. When they had left their supreme authorities there, David gave a commandment, and they were burned with fire. The Philistines yet again spread themselves abroad in the valley. Therefore David inquired again of the supreme authority, mighty creator. And the supreme authority, mighty creator, said to him, go not up after them, turn away from them, and come upon them over against the mulberry trees. It will be when you hear a sound of going in the tops of the mulberry trees that then you will go out to battle, because the supreme authority, mighty Creator, is gone forth before you to strike the host of the Philistines. David did as the supreme authority, mighty Creator commanded him, and they struck the host of the Philistines from Gibon even to Gezer. The fame of David went out into all lands, and he exists, brought the fear of him upon all people, nations. 1 Chronicles chapter 15. David made him houses in the city of David, and prepared a place for the ark of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, and pitched for it a tent. Then David said, none ought to carry the ark of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, but the Levites, because them has he exists chosen to carry the ark of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, and to minister to him forever. David gathered all Israel together to Jerusalem to bring up the ark of he exists to his place, which he had prepared for it. David assembled the children of Aaron and the Levites, of the sons of Kohath Uriel the chief, and his brothers 120, of the sons of Merari Asaiah the chief, and his brothers 220, of the sons of Gershom Joel the chief, and his brothers 130, of the sons of Elizaphan Shemaiah the chief, and his brothers 200, of the sons of Hebron Eliel the chief, and his brothers 80, of the sons of Uzziel Amminadab the chief, and his brothers 112. David called for Zadok and Abiathar the serving leaders, and for the Levites, for Uriel, Asaiah, and Joshemiah, and Eliel, and Amminadab. He said to them, you are the chief of the fathers of the Levites, sanctify yourselves, both you and your brothers, that you may bring up the ark of he exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of Israel, to the place that I have prepared for it. Because you did it not at the first, he exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, made a breach upon us, because we sought him not according to the decision rule. So the serving leaders and the Levites sanctified themselves to bring up the ark of he exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of Israel. The children of the Levites carried the ark of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, upon their shoulders with the staves thereon, as Moses commanded, according to the word of he exists. David spoke to the chief of the Levites to appoint their brothers to be singers with instruments of music, psalteries, and harps and cymbals sounding by lifting up the voice with joy. So the Levites appointed Heman the son of Joel, and of his brothers Asaph the son of Berechiah, and of the sons of Merari their brothers Ethan the son of Kishiah, with them their brothers of the second degree Zechariah ben and Jaziel and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel and Eliab and Benaiah and Maaseiah and Mattithiah and Elipheleh and Micneiah and Obedom and Jael the porters. So the singers Heman, Asaph, and Ethan were appointed to sound with cymbals of bronze. Zechariah and Aziel and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel and Ani and Eliab and Maaseiah and Benaiah with psalteries on Lomoth, Mattithiah and Elipheleh and Micneiah and Obedom, and Jael and Azaziah with harps on Sheminith to excel. Jenaniah chief of the Levites was for song he instructed about the song, because he was skillful. Berechiah and Elkanah were doorkeepers for the ark. Shebaniah and Jeshaphat and Nathaniel and Amasai and Zechariah and Benaiah and Eliezer the serving leaders did blow with the trumpets before the ark of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, and Obedom and Jehiel were doorkeepers for the ark. So David and the elders of Israel and the captains over thousands went to bring up the ark of the binding agreement of he exists out of the house of Obedom with joy. It happened, when the supreme authority, mighty Creator, helped the Levites that bore the ark of the binding agreement of he exists, that they offered 7 bulls and 7 rams. David was clothed with a robe of fine linen, and all the Levites that bore the ark, and the singers, and Jenaniah the master of the psalm with the singers, David also had upon him an ephod of linen. Thus all Israel brought up the ark of the binding agreement of he exists, with shouting and with sound of the cornet and with trumpets and with cymbals, making a noise with psalteries and harps. It happened, as the ark of the binding agreement of he exists came to the city of David, that Michal the daughter of Saul, looking out at a window, saw King ruler David dancing and playing, and she despised him in her inner thinking center. 1 Chronicles chapter 16. They brought the ark of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, and set it in the midst of the tent that David had pitched for it, and they offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the supreme authority, mighty Creator. When David had made an end of offering the burnt offerings and the peace offerings, he blessed the people group in the name of He exists. He dealt to every one of Israel, both man and woman, to every one a loaf of bread, and a good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. He appointed certain of the Levites to minister before the ark of He exists, and to record and to give great honor with joy, and to praise He exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel. Asaph the chief, and next to him Zechariah, Jael, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Mattathiah, and Eliab, and Benaiah, and Obededom, and Jael with psalteries and with harps. But Asaph made a sound with cymbals. Benaiah also, and Jahaziel the serving leaders with trumpets continually before the ark of the binding agreement of the supreme authority, mighty creator. Then on that day David delivered first this psalm to give great honor with joy to He exists into the hand of Asaph and his brothers. Give great honor with joy to He exists. Call upon His name, make known His deeds among the people nations. Sing to Him, sing psalms to Him, talk of all His wondrous works. Glory in His set-apart name, let the inner thinking center of them rejoice that seek He exists. Seek He exists, and His strength, seek His face continually. Remember His marvelous works, that He has done His wonders, and the fair judgments of His mouth. You seed of Israel, His servant worker, you children of Jacob, His chosen ones. He is He exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator. His fair judgments are in all the land. Be mindful always of His binding agreement, the word which He commanded to 1,000 generations, even of the binding agreement which He made with Abraham, and of His oath to Isaac, and has confirmed the same to Jacob for a set rule, and to Israel for an everlasting binding agreement, saying to you, I will give the land of Canaan the lot of your inheritance, when you were but few, even a few, and strangers in it, when they went from people nation to people nation, and from one kingdom rule to another people group. He suffered no man to do them wrong, yes, He reproved king rulers for their sakes, saying, touch not my anointed, and do my speakers no harm. Sing to He exists, all the land show forth from day to day His rescue. Declare His glory among the people nations, His marvelous works among all nations. Because great is He exists, and greatly to be praised, He also is to be feared above all supreme authorities. Because all the supreme authorities of the people nations are idols, but He exists, made the heavens. Glory and honor are in His presence, strength and gladness are in His place. Give to He exists, to kindreds of the people group, give to He exists glory and strength. Give to He exists the glory due to His name, bring an offering and come before Him, bow down, He exists in the beauty of set-apartness. Fear before Him all the land, the world also will be stable, that it be not moved. Let the heavens be glad, and let the land rejoice, and let men say among the people nations, He exists reigns. Let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof, let the fields rejoice, and all that is therein. Then will the trees of the woods sing out at the presence of He exists, because He comes to judge the land. Give great honor with joy to He exists, because He is good, because His trust loyalty endures forever. Say you save us, O supreme authority, mighty creator of our rescue, and gather us together and deliver us from the people nations, that we may give great honor with joy to your set-apart name, and glory in your praise. Blessed be He exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel, forever and ever. And all the people group said, so let it be, and praised He exists. So he left there before the ark of the binding agreement of He exists Asaph and his brothers to minister before the ark continually, as every day's work required. Obededom also and his brothers 68, Obededom also the son of Jeduthun, and Hassa to be porters. Zadok the serving leader, and his brothers the serving leaders before the tabernacle of He exists in the high place that was at Gibon, to offer burnt offerings to He exists upon the altar of the burnt offering continually morning and evening, and to do according to all that is written in the instruction law of He exists, which He commanded Israel, with them Haman and Jeduthun and the rest that were chosen, who were expressed by name, to give great honor with joy to He exists, because His trust loyalty endures forever. With them Haman and Jeduthun with trumpets and cymbals for those that should make a sound, and with musical instruments of the supreme authority, mighty creator. And the sons of Jeduthun were porters. All the people group departed every man to his house, and David returned to bless his house. 1 Chronicles chapter 17. It happened as David sat in his house that David said to Nathan the speaker, Look, I dwell in a house of cedars, but the ark of the binding agreement, if he exists, remains under curtains. Then Nathan said to David, do all that is in your inner thinking center, because the supreme authority mighty creator is with you. It happened the same night that the word of the supreme authority mighty creator came to Nathan, saying, Go and tell David my servant worker, thus says he exists, you will not build me a house to dwell in, because I have not dwelt in a house since the day that I brought up Israel to this day, but have gone from tent to tent, and from one dwelling place to another. Wherever I have walked with all Israel did I speak a word to any of the judges of Israel whom I commanded to feed my people group, saying, Why have you not built me a house of cedars? Now therefore thus will you say to my servant worker David, thus says he exists of armies, I took you from the sheepfold, even from following the sheep, that you should be ruler over my people group Israel. I have been with you wherever you have walked, and have cut off all your enemies from before you, and have made you a name like the name of the great men that are in the land. Also I will ordain a place for my people group Israel, and will plant them, and they will dwell in their place, and will be moved no more, neither will the children of wickedness waste them any more, as at the beginning, since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people group Israel. Moreover I will subdue all your enemies. Furthermore I tell you that he exists, will build you a house. It will come to pass when your days are fulfilled that you must go to be with your fathers, that I will raise up your seed after you, which will be of your sons, and I will establish his kingdom rule. He will build me a house, and I will establish his throne forever. I will be his father, and he will be my son, and I will not take my trust loyalty away from him as I took it from him that was before you, but I will settle him in my house and in my kingdom rule forever, and his throne will be established forevermore. According to all these words and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak to David. David the king ruler came and sat before he exists, and said, Who am I? O he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator, and what is my house that you have brought me to this place? Yet this was a small thing in your sight, O supreme authority, mighty creator, because you have also spoken of your servant worker's house for a great while to come, and have regarded me according to the estate of a man of high degree. O he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator. What can David speak more to you for the honor of your servant worker? Because you know your servant worker. O he exists for your servant worker's sake, and according to your own inner thinking center, have you done all this greatness, in making known all these great things. O he exists, there is none like you, neither is there any supreme authority, mighty creator besides you, according to all that we have heard with our ears. What one people nation in the land is like your people group Israel, whom the supreme authority, mighty creator, went to redeem to be his own people group, to make you a name of greatness and terribleness, by driving out people nations from before your people group, whom you have redeemed out of Egypt. Because your people group Israel did you make your own people group forever, and you he exists became their supreme authority, mighty creator. Therefore now he exists, let the thing that you have spoken concerning your servant worker, and concerning his house, be established forever, and do as you have said. Let it even be established that your name may be magnified forever, saying he exists of armies, is the supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel, even a supreme authority, mighty creator to Israel. And let the house of David your servant worker be established before you. Because you, O my supreme authority, mighty creator, have told your servant worker that you will build him a house. Therefore your servant worker has found in his inner thinking center to pray before you. Now he exists, you are the supreme authority, mighty creator, and have promised this goodness to your servant worker. Now therefore let it please you to bless the house of your servant worker, that it may be before you forever, because you bless, O he exists, and it will be blessed forever. 1 Chronicles chapter 18. After this it happened that David struck the Philistines and subdued them, and took Gath and her towns out of the hand of the Philistines. He struck Moab, and the Moabites became David's servant workers and brought gifts. David struck Hadarezer, king ruler of Zobah, to Hamath, as he went to establish his dominion by the river Euphrates. David took from him 1,000 chariots and 7,000 horsemen and 20,000 footmen. David also houghed all the chariot horses, but reserved of them 100 chariots. When the Syrians of Damascus came to help Hadarezer, king ruler of Zobah, David struck of the Syrians 20,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syria, Damascus, and the Syrians became David's servant workers and brought gifts. Thus he exists, preserved David, Wherever he went, David took the shields of gold that were on the servant workers of Hadarezer, and brought them to Jerusalem. Likewise from Tibbath and from Chun cities of Hadarezer David brought very much bronze, with which Solomon made the bronze sea and the pillars and the vessels of bronze. When King ruler of Hamath heard how David had struck all the host of Hadarezer king ruler of Zobah, he sent Hadoram his son to king ruler David to inquire of his welfare and to congratulate him, because he had fought against Hadarezer and struck him, because Hadarezer had war with two and with him all manner of vessels of gold and silver and bronze. Them also king ruler David dedicated to heat exists with the silver and the gold that he brought from all these people nations, from Edom, and from Moab, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and from Amalek. Moreover Abishai the son of Zeruiah struck of the Edomites in the valley of Salt 18,000. He put garrisons in Edom, and all the Edomites became David's servant workers. Thus he exists, preserved David, wherever he went. So David reigned over all Israel, and executed fair judgment and rightness among all his people group. Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host, and Jehoshaphat the son of Ahiud recorder. Zadok the son of Ahitub and Abimelech the son of Abiathar were the serving leaders, and Shasha was scribe. Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and the sons of David were chief about the king ruler. 1 Chronicles chapter 19. It happened after this that Nahash the king ruler of the children of Ammon died, and his son reigned in his stead. David said, I will show kindness to Hanun the son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me. So David sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father. And the servant workers of David came into the land of the children of Ammon to Hanun to comfort him. The princes of the children of Ammon said to Hanun, Thank you that David does honor your father, that he has sent comforters. For you are not his servant workers come to you for to search, and to overthrow, and to spy out the land. Therefore Hanun took David's servant workers, and shaved them, and cut off their garments in the middle even to their buttocks, and sent them away. Then there went certain and told David how the men were served, and he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king ruler said, Tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. When the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves odious to David, Hanun and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire them chariots and horsemen out of Mesopotamia, and out of Syria Macha, and out of Zobah. So they hired 30, and 2,000 chariots, and the king ruler of Macha and his people group, who came and pitched before Medeba, and the children of Ammon gathered themselves together from their cities, and came to battle. When David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. The children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array before the gate of the city, and the king rulers that were come were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the battle was set against him before and behind, he chose out of all the choice of Israel, and put them in array against the Syrians. The rest of the people group he delivered to the hand of Abishai his brother, and they set themselves in array against the children of Ammon. He said, If the Syrians be too strong for me, then you will help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for you, then I will help you. Be of good courage, and let us behave ourselves valiantly for our people group, and for the cities of our supreme authority, mighty creator, and let he exists. Do that which is good in his eyes. So Joab and the people group that were with him drew near before the Syrians to the battle, and they fled before him. When the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai his brother, and entered into the city. Then Joab came to Jerusalem. When the Syrians saw that they were put to the worse before Israel, they sent messengers and drew forth the Syrians that were beyond the river. And Shaphat the captain of the host of Hadarezer went before them. It was told David, and he gathered all Israel, and passed over Jordan, and came upon them, and set the battle in array against them. So when David had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. The Syrians fled before Israel, and David killed of the Syrians 7,000 men which fought in chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and killed Shaphat the captain of the host. When the servant workers of Hadarezer saw that they were put to the worse before Israel, they made peace with David, and became his servant workers. Neither would the Syrians help the children of Ammon any more. 1 Chronicles chapter 20. It happened that after the year was expired, at the time that king rulers go out to battle, Joab led forth the power of the army, and wasted the country of the children of Ammon, and came and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried at Jerusalem, and Joab struck Rabbah and destroyed it. David took the crown of their king ruler from off his head, and found it to weigh a talent of gold. And there were precious stones in it, and it was set upon David's head. And he brought also exceeding much spoil out of the city. He brought out the people group that were in it, and cut them with saws, and with harrows of iron, and with axes. Even so dealt David with all the cities of the children of Ammon. And David and all the people group returned to Jerusalem. It happened after this that there arose war at Jezer with the Philistines, at which time Sibbecai the Hushathite struck Sippai that was of the children of the giant, and they were subdued. There was war again with the Philistines, and Elhanan the son of Jair struck Lummi the brother of Goliath the Gittite, whose spear staff was like a weaver's beam. Yet again there was war at Gath, where was a man of great stature, whose fingers and toes were 26 on each hand, and 6 on each foot, and he also was the son of the giant. But when he defied Israel, Jonathan the son of Shimea, David's brother, struck him. These were born to the giant in Gath, and they fell by the hand of David and by the hand of his servant workers. 1 Chronicles chapter 21. Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people group, "Go number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know it." Joab answered, "He exists. Make his people group 100 times so many more as they be. But my master authority, the king ruler, are they not all my master authority servant workers? Why then does my master authority require this thing? Why will he be a cause of wrong step to Israel?" Nevertheless the king ruler's word prevailed against Joab. Therefore Joab departed, and went throughout all Israel, and came to Jerusalem. Joab gave the sum of the number of the people group to David, and all they of Israel were 1,000,000 and 100,000 men that drew sword, and Judah was 460 and 10,000 men that drew sword. But Levi and Benjamin counted he not among them, because the king ruler's word was abominable to Joab. The supreme authority, mighty creator, was displeased with this thing, therefore he struck Israel. David said to the supreme authority, mighty creator, I have did wrong greatly, because I have done this thing. But now I beseech you, do away the wrongdoing of your servant worker, because I have done very foolishly. He exists spoke to Gad David's seer, saying, Go and tell David, saying, Thus says he exists, I offer you 3 things, choose one of them, that I may do it to you. So Gad came to David and said to him, Thus says he exists, choose you, either 3 years famine or 3 months, to be destroyed before your foes, while the sword of your enemies overtakes you, or else 3 days the sword of he exists, even a pestilence in the land, and the messenger of he exists, destroying throughout all the coasts of Israel. Now therefore advise yourself what word I will bring again to him that sent me. David said to Gad, I am in a great distress, let me fall now into the hand of he exists, because very great are his mercies, but let me not fall into the hand of man. So he exists sent pestilence upon Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. The supreme authority, mighty creator, sent a messenger to Jerusalem to destroy it, and as he was destroying he exists, beheld, and he repented him of the evil, and said to the messenger that destroyed it, Is enough, stay now your hand. And the messenger of he exists stood by the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. David lifted up his eyes and saw the messenger of he exists stand between the land and the heavens, having a drawn sword in his hand stretched out over Jerusalem. Then David and the elders of Israel, who were clothed in sackcloth, fell upon their faces. David said to the supreme authority, mighty creator, Is it not I that commanded the people group to be numbered? Even I it is that has did wrong and done evil indeed. But as for these sheep, what have they done? Let your hand, I pray you, O ye exists, my supreme authority, mighty creator, be on me and on my father's house, but not on your people group, that they should be plagued. Then the messenger of he exists commanded Gad to say to David that David should go up and set up an altar to he exists in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. David went up at the saying of Gad, which he spoke in the name of he exists. Ornan turned back and saw the messenger, and his 4 sons with him hid themselves. Now Ornan was threshing wheat. As David came to Ornan, Ornan looked and saw David, and went out of the threshing floor, and bowed himself to David with his face to the ground. Then David said to Ornan, Grant me the place of this threshing floor, that I may build an altar in it to he exists. You will grant it me for the full price, that the plague may be stayed from the people group. Ornan said to David, "Take it to you, and let my master authority the king ruler do that which is good in his eyes. Look, I give you the oxen also for burnt offerings, and the threshing instruments for wood, and the wheat for the meat offering, I give it all." King ruler David said to Ornan, "No, but I will truly buy it for the full price, because I will not take that which is yours, for he exists, nor offer burnt offerings without cost." So David gave to Ornan for the place 600 shekels of gold by weight. David built there an altar to he exists, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings, and called upon he exists, and he answered him from the heavens by fire upon the altar of burnt offering. He exists commanded the messenger, and he put up his sword again into the sheath thereof. At that time, when David saw that he exists had answered him in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite, then he sacrificed there for the tabernacle of he exists, which Moses made in the wilderness, and the altar of the burnt offering were at that season in the high place at Gibon. But David could not go before it to inquire of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, because he was afraid, because of the sword of the messenger of he exists. 1 Chronicles chapter 22. Then David said, "This is the house of he exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator, and this is the altar of the burnt offering for Israel." David commanded to gather together the strangers that were in the land of Israel, and he set masons to hew wrought stones to build the house of the supreme authority, mighty Creator. David prepared iron in abundance for the nails, for the doors of the gates, and for the joinings, and bronze in abundance without weight. Also cedar trees in abundance, because the Zidonians and they of Tyre brought much cedar wood to David. David said, "Solomon my son is young and tender, and the house that is to be built for he exists must be exceedingly magnificent, of fame and of glory throughout all countries. I will therefore now make preparation for it." So David prepared abundantly before his death. Then he called for Solomon his son, and charged him to build a house for he exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of Israel. David said to Solomon my son, "As for me, it was in my inner thinking center to build a house to the name of he exists, my supreme authority, mighty Creator. But the word of he exists came to me, saying, You have shed blood abundantly, and have made great wars. You will not build a house to my name, because you have shed much blood upon the land in my sight. Look, a son will be born to you who will be a man of rest, and I will give him rest from all his enemies round about, because his name will be Solomon, and I will give peace and quietness to Israel in his days. He will build a house for my name, and he will be my son, and I will be his father, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom, rule over Israel forever. Now my son, he exists, be with you and prosper you, and build the house of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, as he has said of you. Only he exists give you wisdom and understanding, and give you charge concerning Israel, that you may keep the instruction law of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. Then you will prosper, if you take heed to fulfill the set rules and fair judgments, which he exists charged Moses with concerning Israel. Be strong and of good courage, dread not nor be dismayed. Now look, in my trouble I have prepared for the house of he exists 100,000 talents of gold, and 1,000 talents of silver, and of bronze, and iron without weight, because it is in abundance. Timber also, and stone have I prepared, and you may add to it. Moreover, there are workmen with you in abundance, hewers and workers of stone and timber, and all manner of skilled men for every manner of work. Of the gold, the silver, and the bronze, and the iron, there is no number. Arise therefore, and be doing, and he exists be with you. David also commanded all the princes of Israel to help Solomon his son, saying, Is not he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, with you, and has he not given you rest on every side? Because he has given the inhabitants of the land into my hand, and the land is subdued before he exists, and before his people group. Now set your inner thinking center, and your life breath, to seek he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. Arise therefore, and build you the set-apart place of he exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator, to bring the ark of the binding agreement of he exists, and the set-apart vessels of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, into the house that is to be built to the name of he exists. One Chronicles chapter 23. So when David was old and full of days, he made Solomon his son king ruler over Israel. he gathered together all the princes of Israel with the serving leaders and the Levites. The Levites were numbered from the age of 30 years and upward, and their number by their polls man by man was 38,000, of which 24,000 were to set forward the work of the house of he exists, and 6,000 were officers and judges. Moreover 4,000 were porters, and 4,000 praised he exists with the instruments, which I made, said David, to praise. David divided them into courses among the sons of Levi, namely Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Of the Gershonites were Lotan and Shimei. The sons of Lotan the chief was Jehiel and Zetham and Joel 3. The sons of Shimei, Shelemith and Haziel and Haran 3. These were the chief of the fathers of Lotan. The sons of Shimei, Jahath, Zena and Jush and Beriah. These 4 were the sons of Shimei. Jahath was the chief, and Ziza the second. But Jush and Beriah had not many sons, therefore they were in one reckoning according to their father's house. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel 4. The sons of Amram, Aaron, and Moses. And Aaron was separated that he should sanctify the most set-apart place, he and his sons forever, to burn incense before he exists, to minister to him, and to bless in his name forever. Now concerning Moses, the man of the supreme authority, mighty creator, his sons were named of the tribe of Levi. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eliezer. Of the sons of Gershom, Shebuel was the chief. The sons of Eliezer were Rehabiah the chief, and Eliezer had none other sons, but the sons of Rehabiah were very many. Of the sons of Izhar, Shelemith the chief. Of the sons of Hebron, Jeriah the first, Amariah the second, Jahaziel the third, and Jechimam the fourth. Of the sons of Uzziel, Micah the first, and Sheziah the second. The sons of Merari, Mali and Mushi. The sons of Mali, Eleazar and Kish. Eleazar died and had no sons but daughters, and their brothers the sons of Kish took them. The sons of Mushi, Mali and Eder and Jeremoth 3. These were the sons of Levi after the house of their fathers, even the chief of the fathers, as they were counted by number of names, by their polls that did the work for the service of the house of he exists, from the age of 20 years and upward. David said he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel, has given rest to his people group, that they may dwell in Jerusalem forever. Also to the Levites they will no more carry the dwelling place nor any vessels of it for the service thereof, because by the last words of David the Levites were numbered from 20 years old and above, because their office was to wait on the sons of Aaron for the service of the house of he exists, in the courts and in the chambers and in the purifying of all set apart things, and the work of the service of the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator, both for the showbread, and for the fine flour for meat offering, and for the unleavened cakes, and for that which is baked in the pan, and for that which is fried, and for all manner of measure and size, to stand every morning to give great honor with joy, and to praise he exists, and likewise at evening, to offer all burnt sacrifices to he exists, in the Sabbaths, in the new moons, and on the set feasts, by number according to the decision roll continually before he exists. They will keep the charge of the tent of meeting, and the charge of the set-apart place, and the charge of the sons of Aaron their brothers in the service of the house of he exists. 1 Chronicles chapter 24. Now these are the divisions of the sons of Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died before their father, and had no children, therefore Eleazar and Ithamar executed the serving leader's office. David distributed them both Zadok of the sons of Eleazar, and Ahimelech of the sons of Ithamar according to their offices in their service. There were more chief men found of the sons of Eleazar than of the sons of Ithamar, and thus were they divided among the sons of Eleazar. There were 16 chief men of the house of their fathers, and 8 among the sons of Ithamar according to the house of their fathers. Thus were they divided by lot, one sort with another, because the governors of the set-apart place and governors of the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator, were of the sons of Eleazar and of the sons of Ithamar. Shemaiah the son of Nethaneel the scribe, one of the Levites, wrote them before the king ruler and the princes, and Zadok the serving leader, and Ahimelech the son of Abiathar, and before the chief of the fathers of the serving leaders and Levites, one principal household being taken for Eleazar, and one taken for Ithamar. Now the first lot came forth to Jehoiarib, the second to Jediah, the third to Haran, the fourth to Soram, the fifth to Malchijah, the sixth to Mijamin, the 7th to Hakaz, the 8th to Abijah, the 9th to Jeshua, the 10th to Shechaniah, the 11th to Eliashib, the 12th to Jachim, the 13th to Huppah, the 14th to Jeshibib, the 15th to Bilgah, the 16th to Immer, the 17th to Hezir, the 18th to Upsez, the 19th to Pethahiah, the 20th to Jehizakel, the 1 and 20th to Jachin, the 2 and 20th to Gamal, the 3 and 20th to Deliah, the 4 and 20th to Maziah. These were the orderings of them in their service, to come into the house of he exists according to their decision, rule under Aaron their father, as he exists supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel had commanded him. Of the rest of the sons of Levi were of the sons of Amram Shubael, of the sons of Shubael Jadiah. Concerning Rehabiah, of the sons of Rehabiah, the first was Ishiah. Of the Azarites Shelomoth, of the sons of Shelomoth Jahath. And the sons of Hebron Jeriah, the first Amariah, the second Jahaziel, the third Jechiman, the fourth. Of the sons of Uzziel Micah, of the sons of Micah Shammua. The brother of Micah was Ishiah, of the sons of Ishiah Zechariah. The sons of Merari were Mali and Mushi, the sons of Josiah Beno. The sons of Merari by Josiah Beno and Shoham and Zachar and Dibri. Of Mali Eleazar, who had no sons. Concerning Kish, the son of Kish was Jerahmeel. The sons also of Mushi, Mali and Eder. And Jeremoth. These were the sons of the Levites after the house of their fathers. These likewise cast lots over against their brothers, the sons of Aaron, in the presence of David the king, ruler, and Zadok, and Ahimelech, and the chief of the fathers of the serving leaders, and Levites, even the principal fathers, over against their younger brothers. 1 Chronicles chapter 25. Moreover David and the captains of the host separated to the service of the sons of Asaph and of Heman and of Jeduthun, who should prophesy with harps, with psalteries, and with cymbals, and the number of the workers according to their service was. Of the sons of Asaph Zachar and Joseph and Athaniah and Asarla, the sons of Asaph under the hands of Asaph, which prophesied according to the order of the king ruler. Of Jeduthun the sons of Jeduthun Gedaliah and Zeriah, and Jeshiah, Hashabiah, and Mattathiah, 6 under the hands of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied with a harp to give great honor with joy and to praise he exists. Of Heman the sons of Heman, Bukiah, Mattaniah, Uzziel, Shebuel, and Jeremoth, Hananiah, Hananiah, Elitha, Gidalti, and Ramamtezer, Josh, Bekesha, Melothi, Huthir, and Mahizilith. All these were the sons of Heman the king rulers, seer in the words of the supreme authority, mighty creator, to lift up the horn, and the supreme authority, mighty creator, gave to Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. All these were under the hands of their father. For some in the house of he exists with cymbals, psalteries, and harps for the service of the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator, according to the king rulers, order to Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman. So the number of them with their brothers that were instructed in the songs of he exists, even all that were skillful, was 280. They cast lots, ward against ward, as well the small as the great, the teacher as the scholar. Now the first lot came forth for Asaph to Joseph, the second to Gedaliah, who with his brothers and sons were 12. The third to Zachar, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The fourth to Isri, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The fifth to Nathaniah, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The sixth to Bukiah, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The seventh to Jeshurla, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The eighth to Jeshiah, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The ninth to Mattaniah, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 10th to Shimei, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 11th to Azareel, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 12th to Hashabiah, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 13th to Shubael, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 14th to Mattathiah, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 15th to Jeremoth, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 16th to Hananiah, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 17th to Joshbekasha, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 18th to Hanani, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 19th to Melothi, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 20th to Eliatha, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 1 and 20th to Huthir, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 2 and 20th to Gidalti, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 3 and 20th to Mahazedeth, he his sons and his brothers were 12. The 4 and 20th to Ramamtezer, he his sons and his brothers were 12. 1 Chronicles chapter 26. Concerning the divisions of the porters of the Korhites was Meshelemiah the son of Kor of the sons of Asaph. The sons of Meshelemiah Zechariah the firstborn, Jedidiel the second, Zebadiah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Jehohanan the sixth, Leoni the seventh. Moreover the sons of Obededom were Shemaiah the firstborn, Jehozabad the second, Joe the third, and Sakkar the fourth, and Nethaniel the fifth, Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, Pultai the eighth, because the supreme authority mighty creator blessed him. Also to Shemiah his son were sons born that ruled throughout the house of their father, because they were mighty men of valor. The sons of Shemiah, Othni and Rephael and Obed-Elzabad, whose brothers were strong men, Elihu and Semashah. All these are the sons of Obededom. They and their sons and their brothers, able men for strength for the service, were 62 of Obededom. Meshelemiah had sons and brothers, strong men 18. Also the children of Merari had sons, Simri the chief, for though he was not the firstborn, yet his father made him the chief. Hilkiah the second, Tabaliah the third, Zechariah the fourth. All the sons and brothers of Hassa were 13. Among these were the divisions of the porters, even among the chief men, having wards one against another to minister in the house of it exists. They cast lots, as well the small as the great, according to the house of their fathers, for every gate. The lot eastward fell to Shelemiah then. For Zechariah his son, a wise counselor, they cast lots, and his lot came out northward, to Obededom southward, and to his sons the house of Asupim. To Shuppim and Hassa the lot came forth westward with the gate Shelachith, by the causeway, the going up ward against ward. Eastward were 6 Levites, northward 4 a day, southward 4 a day, and toward Asupim 2 and 2. At Parbar westward 4 at the causeway, and 2 at Parbar. These are the divisions of the porters among the sons of Kor and among the sons of Merari. Of the Levites, Ahijah was over the treasures of the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator, and over the treasures of the set-apart things. As concerning the sons of Ladan, sons of the Gershonite, Ladan chief fathers even of Ladan the Gershonite, were Jehili. The sons of Jehili, Zetham and Joel his brother, which were over the treasures of the house of it exists. Of the Amramites and the Azarites, the Hebronites and the Uzzielites, Jebiel the son of Gershom the son of Moses was ruler of the treasures. His brothers, by Eliezer Rehabiah his son, and Jeshiah his son, and Joram his son, and Zichri his son, and Shelomith his son, which Shelomith and his brothers were over all the treasures of the set-apart things which David the king ruler, and the chief fathers, the captains over thousands and hundreds, and the captains of the host had dedicated. Out of the spoils won in battles did they dedicate to maintain the house of it exists. All that Samuel the seer, and Saul the son of Kish, and Abner the son of Ner, and Joab the son of Zeruiah had dedicated, and whoever had dedicated anything, it was under the hand of Shelomith and of his brothers. Of the Izharites, Chenaniah and his sons were for the outward business over Israel, for officers and judges. Of the Hebronites, Hashabiah and his brothers, men of valor 1,700 were officers among them of Israel on this side Jordan westward, in all the business of he exists, and in the service of the king ruler. Among the Hebronites was Jerijah the chief, even among the Hebronites according to the generations of his fathers. In the 40th year of the reign of David they were sought for, and there were found among them mighty men of valor at Jazer of Gilead. His brothers, men of valor, were 2,700 chief fathers, whom king ruler David made rulers over the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, for every matter pertaining to the supreme authority, mighty creator, and affairs of the king ruler. 1 Chronicles chapter 27. Now the children of Israel after their number, to wit the chief fathers and captains of thousands and hundreds, and their officers, that served the king ruler in any matter of the courses, which came in and went out month by month throughout all the months of the year, of every course were 20 and 4,000. Over the first course for the first month was Jashoban the son of Zabdiel, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. Of the children of Perez was the chief of all the captains of the host for the first month. Over the course of the second month was Dodai an Ahahite, and of his course was Mikloth also the ruler, in his course likewise were 20 and 4,000. The third captain of the host for the third month was Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, chief serving leader, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. This is that Benaiah who was mighty among the 30 and above the 30, and in his course was Amizabad his son. The 4th captain for the 4th month was Asahel the brother of Joab, and Zebediah his son after him, and in his course were 24,000. The 5th captain for the 5th month was Shammah the Izrahite, and in his course were 24,000. The 6th captain for the 6th month was Erah the son of Achish the Tekoite, and in his course were 24,000. The 7th captain for the 7th month was Helez the Pelonite of the children of Ephraim, and in his course were 24,000. The 8th captain for the 8th month was Sibbecai the Hushathite of the Zarhites, and in his course were 24,000. The 9th captain for the 9th month was Abiezer the Antophite of the Benjamites, and in his course were 24,000. The 10th captain for the 10th month was Maharai the Netophathite of the Zarhites, and in his course were 24,000. The 11th captain for the 11th month was Benaiah the Pirathonite of the children of Ephraim, and in his course were 24,000. The 12th captain for the 12th month was Heldai the Netophathite of Othniel, and in his course were 24,000. Furthermore, over the tribes of Israel the ruler of the Reubenites was Eliezer the son of Zikri, of the Simonites Shephatiah the son of Maachah, of the Levites Hashabiah the son of Kemuel, of the Aaronites Zadok, of Judah Elihu one of the brothers of David, of Issachar Omri the son of Michael, of Zebulun Ishmaiah the son of Obadiah, of Naphtali Jeremoth the son of Ezriel, of the children of Ephraim Hushiah the son of Azaziah, of the half-tribe of Manasseh Joel the son of Pedaiah, of the half-tribe of Manasseh in Gilead Iddo the son of Zechariah, of Benjamin Jasiel the son of Abner, of Dan Azariel the son of Jeroham. These were the princes of the tribes of Israel, but David took not the number of them from 20 years old and under, because he exists had said he would increase Israel like to the stars of the heavens. Joab the son of Zeruiah began to number, but he finished not, because there fell wrath for it against Israel, neither was the number put in the account of the Chronicles of King Ruler David. Over the king ruler's treasures was Asmaveth the son of Adiel, and over the storehouses in the fields, in the cities, and in the villages, and in the castles was Jehonathan the son of Uzziah. Over them that did the work of the field for tillage of the ground was Ezri the son of Chelub. Over the vineyards was Shima the Ramathite. Over the increase of the vineyards for the wine cellars was Zabdi the Shifmite. Over the olive trees and the sycamore trees that were in the low plains was Bulhanan the Jederite. And over the cellars of oil was Josh. Over the herds that fed in Sharon was Shitrai the Sharonite, and over the herds that were in the valleys was Shaphat the son of Adlai. Over the camels also was Abel the Ishmaelite, and over the asses was Jadiah the Maranophite. Over the flocks was Jaziz the Hajarite. All these were the rulers of the substance, which was King Ruler David's. Also Jonathan David's uncle was a counselor, a wise man and a scribe. And Jehiel the son of Hachmoni was with the king ruler's sons. Ahithophel was the king ruler's counselor, and Hushai the Archite was the king ruler's companion. After Ahithophel was Jehoiada the son of Benaiah, and Abiathar, and the general of the king ruler's army was Joab. 1 Chronicles chapter 28. David assembled all the princes of Israel, the princes of the tribes, and the captains of the companies, that minister to the king ruler by course, and the captains over the thousands, and captains over the hundreds, and the stewards over all the substance and possession of the king ruler and of his sons, with the officers, and with the mighty men, and with all the valiant men to Jerusalem. Then David the king ruler stood up upon his feet, and said, Hear me, my brothers and my people group. As for me, I had in my inner thinking center to build a house of rest for the ark of the binding agreement, if he exists, and for the footstool of our supreme authority, mighty creator, and had made ready for the building. But the supreme authority, mighty creator, said to me, You will not build a house for my name, because you have been a man of war and have shed blood. However he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel, chose me before all the house of my father to be king ruler over Israel forever. Because he has chosen Judah to be the ruler, and of the house of Judah the house of my father, and among the sons of my father elect me to make me king ruler over all Israel. Of all my sons, because he exists, has given me many sons, he has chosen Solomon my son to sit upon the throne of the kingdom, rule if he exists over Israel. He said to me, Solomon your son, he will build my house and my courts, because I have chosen him to be my son, and I will be his father. Moreover, I will establish his kingdom rule forever, if he be constant to do my commands and my fair judgments, as at this day. Now therefore in the sight of all Israel the assembly of He exists, and in the audience of our supreme authority mighty Creator keep and seek for all the commands of He exists, your supreme authority mighty Creator, that you may possess this good land and leave it for an inheritance for your children after you forever. You Solomon my son know the supreme authority mighty Creator of your father, and serve Him with a complete inner thinking center and with a willing life breath. Because He exists, searches all inner thinking centers and understands all the imaginations of the thoughts. If you seek Him, He will be found of you. But if you forsake Him, He will cast you off forever. Take heed now, because He exists, has chosen you to build a house for the set-apart place. Be strong and do it. Then David gave to Solomon his son the pattern of the porch, and of the houses thereof, and of the treasuries thereof, and of the upper chambers thereof, and of the inner parlors thereof, and of the place of the mercy seat. The pattern of all that he had by the creative breath of the courts of the house of He exists, and of all the chambers round about of the treasuries of the house of the supreme authority mighty Creator, and of the treasuries of the set-apart things, also for the courses of the serving leaders and the Levites, and for all the work of the service of the house of He exists, and for all the vessels of service in the house of He exists. He gave of gold by weight for things of gold, for all instruments of all manner of service, silver also, for all instruments of silver by weight, for all instruments of every kind of service, even the weight for the candlesticks of gold, and for their lamps of gold by weight for every candlestick, and for the lamps thereof, and for the candlesticks of silver by weight, both for the candlestick and also for the lamps thereof, according to the use of every candlestick. The gold also for the tables of showbread for every table, and likewise silver for the tables of silver. Also pure gold for the flesh hooks, and the bowls, and the cups, and for the golden basins. He gave gold by weight for every basin, and likewise silver by weight for every basin of silver. For the altar of incense refined gold by weight, and gold for the pattern of the chariot of the cherubims, that spread out their wings and covered the ark of the binding agreement of He exists. All this said David He exists, made me understand in writing by his hand upon me, even all the works of this pattern. David said to Solomon his son, Be strong and of good courage, and do it, fear not, nor be dismayed. Because He exists, supreme authority mighty Creator, even my supreme authority mighty Creator will be with you. He will not fail you nor forsake you until you have finished all the work for the service of the house of He exists. Look, the courses of the serving leaders and the Levites, even they will be with you for all the service of the house of the supreme authority mighty Creator, and there will be with you for all manner of workmanship, every willing skillful man for any manner of service, also the princes, and all the people group will be holy at your commandment. 1 Chronicles chapter 29. Furthermore David the king ruler said to all the assembly, Solomon my son, whom alone the supreme authority mighty Creator has chosen, is yet young and tender, and the work is great, because the palace is not for man, but for He exists, supreme authority mighty Creator. Now I have prepared with all my might for the house of my supreme authority mighty Creator the gold for things to be made of gold, and the silver for things of silver, and the bronze for things of bronze, the iron for things of iron, and wood for things of wood, onyx stones and stones to be set, glistering stones, and of diverse colors, and all manner of precious stones, and marble stones in abundance. Moreover, because I have set my affection to the house of my supreme authority mighty Creator, I have of my own proper good of gold and silver, which I have given to the house of my supreme authority mighty Creator, over and above all that I have prepared for the set-apart house, even 3,000 talents of gold of the gold of Ophir, and 7,000 talents of refined silver to overlay the walls of the houses with. The gold for things of gold, and the silver for things of silver, and for all manner of work to be made by the hands of artificers, and who then is willing to consecrate his service this day to He exists. Then the chief of the fathers and princes of the tribes of Israel, and the captains of thousands and of hundreds, with the rulers of the king rulers, work offered willingly. They gave for the service of the house of the supreme authority mighty Creator of gold 5,000 talents and 10,000 rands, and of silver 10,000 talents, and of bronze 18,000 talents, and 100,000 talents of iron. They with whom precious stones were found gave them to the treasure of the house of He exists, by the hand of Jehiel the Gershonite. Then the people group rejoiced, because they offered willingly, because with a complete inner thinking center they offered willingly to He exists, and David the king ruler also rejoiced with great joy. Therefore David gave great honor with joy to he exists before all the assembly. And David said, Blessed be you, he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of Israel, our Father, forever and ever. Yours, O he exists, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty, because all that is in heavens and in the land is yours. Yours is the kingdom, rule, O he exists, and you are lifted up as head above all. Both riches and honor come of you, and you reign over all, and in your hand is power and might, and in your hand it is to make great and to give strength to all. Now therefore, our supreme authority, mighty creator, we give great honor with joy to you, and praise your glorious name. But who am I, and what is my people group, that we should be able to offer so willingly after this sort? Because all things come of you, and of your own have we given you. Because we are strangers before you and sojourners, as were all our fathers. Our days on the land are as a shadow, and there is none abiding. O he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, all this store that we have prepared to build you a house for your set-apart name comes of your hand and is all your own. I know also, my supreme authority, mighty creator, that you try the inner thinking center and have pleasure in uprightness. As for me, in the uprightness of my inner thinking center I have willingly offered all these things, and now have I seen with joy your people group, which are present here, to offer willingly to you. O he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, our fathers. Keep this forever in the imagination of the thoughts of the inner thinking center of your people group, and prepare their inner thinking center to you. Give to Solomon my son a complete inner thinking center, to keep your commands, your testimonies, and your set rules, and to do all these things, and to build the palace for which I have made provision. David said to all the assembly, Now give great honor with joy to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. And all the assembly gave great honor with joy to he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of their fathers, and bowed down their heads, and bowed down he exists. And the king ruler, they sacrificed sacrifices to he exists, and offered burnt offerings to he exists on the next day after that day, even 1,000 bullocks, 1,000 rams, and 1,000 lambs with their drink offerings, and sacrifices in abundance for all Israel. They ate and drank before he exists on the day with great gladness. And they made Solomon the son of David king ruler the second time, and anointed him to he exists to be the chief ruler, and Zadok to be serving leader. Then Solomon sat on the throne of he exists as king ruler instead of David his father, and prospered, and all Israel obeyed him. All the princes and the mighty men and all the sons likewise of king ruler David submitted themselves to Solomon the king ruler. He exists magnified Solomon exceedingly in the sight of all Israel, and bestowed upon him such royal majesty as had not been on any king ruler before him in Israel. Thus David the son of Jesse reigned over all Israel. The time that he reigned over Israel was 40 years. 7 years reigned he in Hebron, and 33 years reigned he in Jerusalem. He died in a good old age, full of days, riches, and honor, and Solomon his son reigned in his stead. Now the acts of David the king ruler, first and last, look, they are written in the book of Samuel the seer, and in the book of Nathan the speaker, and in the book of Gad the seer, with all his reign and his might, and the times that went over him, and over Israel, and over all the kingdom rules of the countries.